Oh my gosh, money. Money is such a big theme for us. I mean, money is what makes the world go round, right? But we're increasingly discovering that there is more to life than just meeting your ends, right? Because that's what it is, meeting your ends. And that we are here to experience much more thrival than survival. And one of my mentors mentioned the other day, are you a happy buyer? Are you a happy payer? And in many areas of my life, I became very resentful about the things that I needed to pay. And guess what? You close off the abundance taps when you become a resentful buyer and payer. Essentially, you are meant to be receiving through other people paying you. So if you're not a happy buyer or payer, how can somebody else be a happy buyer or payer towards your services? Get clear on the absolute necessities that need to happen. Make sure you have a practical plan in place. Money is energy, and you can do so much with it. And when you release the need to control it to the nth degree with your anger and your resentment and your frustration, you open up the taps. It enters your existence in ways you would never have expected. You get little gifts and little wins and little things that start to drop in your existence. You celebrate those things. Once you celebrate those things, your body will notice the opportunities to receive more. It's like you have just told your brain what is important to you when you celebrate the small wins. So, for instance, I'm a chronic 10-cent piece picker-upper. Once upon a time, I used to step over them and go, it's only 10 cents. But 10 cents is the same as 10 million rand. It's money, it's energy. It was gifted to you, it's in your path, and you stepped over it. So I want you to have a think about how you feel about money today and where you can make shifts and changes about payments that have been outstanding that you're feeling resentful about. Of course, if you're in a situation where your debts are more than your income and you're really struggling to make ends meet, there are some practical applications that you can do to make sure that you start nailing those debts. And there's methods. You really can do it. There are methods, but most of all, it starts with the way that you think about it. So just to hand over 2 practical methods to club your debts. So for those who are not in South Africa, clap means to smack. So you're going to use sorry, I almost had a cough there. You're going to use the debt avalanche or the debt snowball effect. So the debt avalanche is to go and look at what your most expensive debts are. Where are you paying the highest interest rates? What are you actually paying per month on these items? What you want to be doing is lessening your debts that are charging you the most interest. So even if it's 100 Rand, even if it's 200 Rand, whatever you have available, go and pay those interest rates first. Those items that are being the most expensive, really. The debt snowball effect is kind of easier to manage because it is about celebrating those small wins. So making a list of all your debts and then starting to pay off the smallest one first. So if you're somebody who goes into overwhelm really fast and everything seems like a big mountain and you feel like you need to fix everything right now in this moment, then feel like you've fixed something by paying the small debts first. So prioritizing the small debts, crossing it off your list, ticking it, celebrating. That feels really aligned to me. So I use the debt snowball method where I go to the smallest debts first, pay that off. I'm now sitting in a situation where all my smallest debts have been paid, and now I'm sitting with the big guys. So there's 3 different ones with high interest rates, and I've managed to work on a plan where I get a consolidatory effect to pay off the big loans, but I pay less interest. So you win. That's a win. That's a celebration, right? So I just thought, I don't know, I've just been feeling a lot about money, and I think it happens with me with my clients too. They really want to work with me. They don't know how they want to work with me, but they know they need to connect with me. And then when they hear my prices, they're like, oh, well, see you later. And then their ship doesn't happen. And the thing that they resonated with, they've pushed out. And they return a few months later and do the work. And boom, 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 everything falls into place. So be careful what you say no to, and be careful what your frame of reference is when it comes to money, because one thing that you can pay for could shift your entire life. Just always search inside yourself. What does your inner voice say? What feels like the most fun? What feels like the most inspiring? And how can you be a happy payer?